It was supposed to be a quiet dinner. Just a few close friends, some laughter, some stories. Nothing dramatic. But that night, my wife Hannah decided to turn it into something else. We'd been married 6 years, together for 8, and though things weren't as passionate as they once were, I thought we were stable. She was always the social one, witty, bold, charming, and I admired that. But lately, her jokes had turned sharp, often at my expense, and the laughter she earned from our friends had started to sting. That evening, we were sitting at our favorite restaurant, a cozy little place near the river. The lights were soft, the wine was flowing, and everyone was in a cheerful mood, until the conversation shifted to relationships and intimacy. It started harmlessly enough. Our friend James joked about how married life kills romance. Everyone laughed, including me. Then Claire, his girlfriend, teased, "Come on, James, at least try to be romantic sometimes." That's when Hannah leaned back, smirked, and said loud enough for the whole table to hear, "Oh, don't bother. Men eventually just learn to be intimate alone, don't they, Ethan?" She looked at me and laughed, a laugh that echoed through the restaurant. The table went quiet, then broke into uncomfortable chuckles. My heart sank. Her words weren't just a joke, they were a dagger. I forced a small smile, but I could feel my face burning. My hands trembled slightly as I lifted my glass of wine. Everyone avoided my eyes, except Hannah, who seemed proud of herself. "What?" she said, laughing again. "It's true. He's always too tired or too busy to try anything anyway." The silence was deafening. I could feel pity in the glances from our friends. I took a slow breath, put down my glass, and looked at her. "You're right," I said quietly, but with a calmness that surprised even me. "Lately, I have been intimate alone, mostly because when I reached out for you, I found out someone else was already keeping you busy." The sound of forks clattering against plates was the only thing that broke the silence. Hannah froze. The color drained from her face. "Ethan, what are you talking about?" she stammered. I leaned back, still calm, my voice steady. "You remember your so-called yoga sessions every Thursday night, the ones that run until midnight? Well, your yoga instructor must be very flexible, especially in hotel rooms." The entire table went silent again. No one dared to move. Even the waiter who had been approaching stopped mid-step and turned away. Hannah's lips parted, but no words came. I saw the messages. "Hannah," I continued, keeping my tone low but sharp. "I wasn't looking for them, but when you laughed about me not satisfying you, I started to wonder who was. Turns out I didn't have to wonder for long." She tried to regain composure, forcing a smile. "Ethan, this isn't funny. You're making a scene." "No," I interrupted, setting my napkin neatly on the table. "You made a scene the moment you decided to humiliate me in front of everyone. I'm just finishing what you started." Claire gasped softly. James shifted uncomfortably. Hannah looked around the table, searching for support, but no one said a word. She reached for my hand, desperate now. "Ethan, please, not here. Let's just go home and talk." "Home?" I said, laughing bitterly. "You mean our home, or the one you visit on Thursday nights? Because I'm pretty sure your yoga mat isn't the only thing you stretch there." Her eyes filled with tears, but I didn't stop. "You know I kept quiet for weeks. I wanted to see if you'd confess, but instead you chose to mock me, to make me look small in front of people who once respected us. So yes, Hannah, I've been intimate alone, but at least I can look myself in the mirror after." No one spoke. The music from the restaurant played faintly in the background, a soft piano tune that felt painfully out of place. Hannah whispered, "Ethan, please don't do this." I stood up slowly, buttoned my jacket, and looked down at her one last time. "I didn't do this, Hannah. You did." Then I reached into my pocket and placed my wedding ring on the table beside her glass. It made a small, cold sound that echoed louder than any word could. "You can laugh about this one, too," I said, and walked out. As I stepped outside, the cool night air hit me like a wave of clarity. Behind me, through the glass, I could see her still sitting there, frozen, her hand covering her mouth as tears streamed down her face. Our friends sat in stunned silence, not sure whether to comfort her or stay out of it entirely. I didn't care anymore. For once, the silence wasn't suffocating. It was peaceful.
I walked to my car and sat there for a moment, letting the reality sink in. The woman I had loved, defended, and trusted had chosen to mock me instead of mend what was broken between us. I thought of the countless nights I'd waited for her to come home, the excuses, the fake smiles, the scent of unfamiliar cologne she said was a coworker's hug. All the signs had been there. I just refused to see them. As I started the engine, my phone buzzed. A message from Hannah. "Please, Ethan, come back. I'm sorry, it was just one mistake. Don't do this." I stared at it for a long moment, then typed back, "You made that joke tonight, Hannah. Now live with the punchline." I blocked her number and drove off into the night. The next day, our friends texted me. Some said they couldn't believe it. Others admitted they'd suspected something. One message stood out. It was from Claire. "The way you handled that was painful but powerful. She needed to hear it." It's been months since that night, and though I still feel the sting of betrayal, I also feel free. Sometimes silence is the loudest revenge. Hannah's laughter used to fill our home, but now it only echoes in her empty apartment. I don't hate her anymore. I just hope she remembers the night she